can hear me, right? Yo, after the song hits, I'ma refresh my tab to see if I can avoid. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Chilling at the head of the table where the boss is sitting, stunning everything in sight, whether it's in the bloodline or corporate. Walk me out, they made a big smile, little handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script, we got some shooters. Pow, it's off the hip, yeah. Oh, chilling at the head of the table where the boss is sitting, stunning everything in sight, whether it's in the bloodline or corporate. Walk me out, they rain a big smile, little handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script, we got some shooters. Pow, it's off the hip, yeah. Chilling at the head of the table where the boss is sitting, stunning everything in sight, whether it's in the bloodline or corporate. Walk me out the arena, big smile, little handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script.
Yes, sir. 1 second.
Now, folks, if you've been with these last couple of weeks, you know someone's after his shit. He's trying to beat them before they get him.
And I hope it worked. I really hope it worked.
So far, so good.
Hi. Chat.
Ooh-wee. We're back.
We are back. Yes. My brother Razor, man. What's the word? How you feeling today, man?
I still have chills.
USA debut for SmackDown tonight. Friday the 13th. It got spooky. It got kind of crazy. I want to get right into it. The whole night was hot. Like, I think there was no secret that the tribal chief was going to appear on SmackDown tonight. You kind of seen them on advertisements and such. They started.
Wait. Before we get into all that, how do you think about the new layout of everything? From the new logo, even the new theme song.
Right, let's take a look. So the theme song, I thought it was cool, right? Like, I'm remove Megan Thee Stallion. I'm like, all right, it's a cool song, like whatever.
She's been on a roll lately.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's definitely a cool ambiance. I remember when Lil Kim did Stephanie McMahon's music. My brother Snake Eyes in the building, yes sir.
Yeah.
Lil Kim
Casually
did
slide on in there.
Yeah.
Got the camera looking crispy. I see you, big guy.
Yeah. What's good, my brother? Yeah. Listen, I've been missing work the last couple weeks. I missed work, but I'm here today, man. What's up, man?
But we back with a bang.
Feel me? Today's show crazy, man. You started already? We just went live. I see.
We just up. We
Shout out
over
to
here
the
talk
people.
about the entrance and the logo for SmackDown. They new look, they new presentation. I think it's fire. I mean, it's a little on the less is more side. I feel like they kind of teased us, showing us that fist on Twitter and all of that.
I wanted the fist so bad.
Yeah, the state.
No, Diddy, but that would have been perfect.
The stage
Back to the
look the
roots.
same.
Megan Thee Stallion. Which I thought was Megan Thee Stallion getting that slot for that music slot.
She getting paid.
It was kind of smooth. I was like, it's kind of smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And it should be the intro song for the next few years to come. So it's gonna be a stamp. That's what I was touching on. I remember when Lil Kim did Stephanie McMahon's music, her entrance song. Like,
yeah,
I thought that shit was dope. I'm like, damn, WWE really slid Lil Kim on the entrance track. Like, that was wild. And now they got Megan Thee Stallion on the intro for SmackDown. It's like dope too.
Now, I'm gonna take a quick little liver shot at this spot real quick. Instead of paying for a song every pay-per-view when you're paying up the ass, you just buying the rights to the song for a few years. That's a boss move right there.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like, they did it with the War Game song. So that's the right. What you gonna say, Snakes?
I was gonna say this top of the show is crazy. So I want to ask y'all a question. I don't know if we did get into it, but what's y'all thoughts on like the main joint being first out the gate. Like that, yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like the opening night, like the cage
30
match, like
minute, 30 minutes free.
38. I counted
Yeah,
38,
yeah.
38-minute segment, cold segment, cold fire.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that was a power move.
And look, even from the
Tough.
rollout from Triple H, how he handed it off the niggas was fire. Like, you know, Triple H with that energy. Like it had that like, you know how they make that music doom 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 doom. Like it had that feel like it was Roy Rumble or something. Like, nah,
Hey,
it
you
had
guys
that
got
feel.
pyro now.
Yo, it had
Yeah.
that feel. I'm like, nah, this is fire. So I want to say that because like it didn't take away from the show. Like, you know how you used to something happen at the end? Like it happened first. It was amazing, and the rest of the show was smooth. Like I ain't have no problem with that shit being first. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I thought it was fire. We was also speaking about it before we got on live. Like
Yeah.
that match was so fire that the crowd kind of got worn out by that match. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like
that was a long 38 minutes for a lot of folks. They weren't ready for all
yeah,
that right away.
right between the match and the actual segment of Roman coming out, the
Mm-hmm.
anticipation of everything. They couldn't have did that any better. I'm not gonna lie. Like I think that those are the type of matches and like match types that Cody should have been in. Like I don't know, it was something different about the way they were in there going at it today. Like you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean, bro. It felt. That shit had like we gotta give Solo Sikoa his credit, man. Solo Sikoa has been killing it, man. Him and Cody chemistry, yo, them brothers is in there going at it tonight, yo. That was a great entertaining match from start to finish, like real good match. Like,
Is it too early to say Solo's probably this year's most improved?
man.
Because think about it. From post minute to now, he's been in that main event spot,
Oh,
knocking out the park every time.
yep. That's true. And like he opened it up tonight, you feel me? He had to open it in, you know what I'm saying? Like he popping off the new SmackDown on USA, you know what I'm saying? Like
That's a
he
lot
had
of
that,
pressure.
yeah, that's a lot of pressure, like, but it showed his elevation, you know what I'm saying? From coming from when I started really like NXT champ and all how he can't slid over to where he at right now. I gotta tip my hat to Solo Sikoa. He doing his thing.
I think it was just again, like y'all saying, it was the ultimate spotlight for him right there.
Mm-hmm.
Starting off the show, even though he didn't come out with the victory, featured on the beginning and closing moments of the show. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
ultimate trust right there. And he looked good doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I had reservations when he first announced that he wanted to get the run back with Cody. I'm like, damn, like, you know, they gonna go back to that. But today kind of made me disregard all of those thoughts. Like it was a cage match, it was different. I haven't seen them in a cage match. The bloodline actually stood away from ringside. I was surprised by that. Like I thought I'd see more chicanery at hand. It
Also,
was
to
a
go further down that
great
rabbit hole,
match.
if you think about it,
I will say this. I like see. I'm always the guy that be like, with the petty shit. But if I wanted to be petty about anything with this match tonight, I just don't like the finishing, the finisher. It's like,
yeah,
come on, bro. That's how my man gonna lose. Like my man's thugging it out. My man's putting up a hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like he had Cody on the ropes. He had Cody really like in there, and like I just feel like the finish could have been better. The finish could have been
I'm,
better.
I'm gonna throw more salt on that wound. He's been beating everybody with three of them. He just beat you with one.
Mm. I think I seen people complain about that. Like, oh, every time he beat people, he's gonna have use three. So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you kind of
Like
taking
Roman
away
said,
from when
it's
you
nice.
fight the powerful niggas. Like, you only do that for the niggas like Roman and them. Like, they need three of them. Everybody don't need three. You feel me, Cody? You know what I mean, John? So
Brock didn't give just anybody multiple fives. He didn't take just anybody to Suplex City. He kept that shit special.
yeah.
I mean, like he's come a long way. But my only concern is that like if I was a new person watching this and then it's like I'm watching him lose to Cody a few times and then Jacob just looks magnificent. Like and it's like where does Solo really go from here after that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like It's just
You mean aside from Roman, like just in general,
yeah.
where does he go?
Mm-hmm.
Mm, yeah, that's the tricky one
Let me ask y'all a
because
question. Let me ask y'all a question. Is Solo wrong for like doing what's best for family?
what you mean?
Like everything he's doing, his premises, he's doing this because like you got sloppy with the title. I got to bring that title back. I got to go. You know what I mean, let's just say like Solo. What if Solo fall back in line? Him and
Mm.
Jacob go at it or something. Like I don't know. I think something there with him and Jacob.
I actually, for some, I always like. I got this suspicion. Like, I know we gonna see Jacob and Roman tangle it up, but like when they get in that moment when Jacob got in the ring with Roman, I felt like they was gonna join together right there. Like,
Something
and
was
then
there, right?
yeah, some was, and then Solo just grabbing him by the leg, kind of like
Maybe Solo senses that
yeah,
because
cause
if you
Yeah.
think about it, Roman and Solo, their issue is the same issue. It's who's good, who's doing the right by the family. That's what it's always been about. Like who's doing the family the most justice instead of who's doing shit for selflessness. In Solo's mind, he's vindicating what Roman fucked up at WrestleMania. And Roman's argument is he was chosen by the elders. It's his responsibility until he says otherwise.
Another question I want to throw out there: do y'all think they're missing spots for Jimmy, or they have a plan for Jimmy?
the thing is, the thing is for me to be honest, Jacob and Solo was so dominant that I feel like, let's say, if they would have not chose to put Cody in this match with Roman, that tag
Mhm.
team match, like, is Jimmy really like? Can we really believe and count on him to make that difference? Like, we'll be hyped for him, see him back, but like, are we like? Can we be like, yeah, he could really stand in there and go against Jacob and Solo right now?
Well, Jacob is the one. He's the one. Like you feel me? He's the guy's like. He's the game changer. You know what I mean?
Game, big
But we
game.
didn't see Roman Reigns run through everybody else. Solo, Tama made them look silly. Like you feel what I'm saying? Close the cage too. Like let's get to it. Like y'all ain't here with me. I'm not here with y'all. That was a cold shot, by the way. I just want to say that was a cold shot when he did that.
Yeah, that
Slamming
was
the
good.
cage, Roman saying,
Yeah, that
fuck
was
you real
cold.
quick.
That was cold. Word.
But let me ask you guys this. There's a two-part question. One, does Cody even make it to Atlanta next month? If we're gonna bring Jimmy in. And two, if Cody's out, what if Jimmy says no?
So we skipping like we gonna just add the end to the front beginning because they just kind of correlate. You know what I mean? At the end.
No. So we know what no again, what if like I said Cody comes out, whatever, they tease Jimmy and or Jay some more. We get to the PLE. What if it's neither one of them? And
I have a
I think you guys both have an idea who I'm thinking of.
Hikuleo. Ooh,
I'm thinking again purely for the boss with a shock factor. What if the wise man makes a call to a big fuck in Saskatchewan?
who's that?
Brock
Brock.
Lesnar. I would
Oh,
rather that.
Brock.
I would rather that. I'm gonna be on because it's like I need to see a mega tag team match. Like I'm like,
You much like I thought with Jacob versus Solo. You got to match an animal with an animal.
yeah, Cody too like he's too nice in the
He's a
situation. Like
liability. Let's call it what it is.
yeah, I mean
I'm gonna be honest. When Roman was in the ring and Cody came out, Cody was the saddest champion ever coming out. Looked at that look like
Okay,
just
so
like
it was me who thought he looked defeated.
Like, yo,
It's done already.
feel
Bro, that was
sorry
the
for
same
me.
look
Like, yeah,
he gave The Rock when he said, "Okay, you can challenge him." That
right.
was almost the
Look
same,
that he gave when The Rock said, "Can I hold it?"
bro. Like, man, I don't know how y'all feel about the overall booking of the tag team match. Like for me, I'm gonna just say why I'm not in favor of it because if I would rather see the one-on-one matches than me see Roman in the ring in a tag team match with both of them, and it's kind of like killing the allure of like we already see Roman coming down beating up on Solo, like you say he beating up on Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. The real wait to put Jacob and Roman in the ring. But now it's like you putting them in a tag team match, so we're about to kind of see that. We're about to get towards there anyway. Like, so
But
I'm kind of like,
But it's like
one,
Solo and Roman got to get their shit out for sure. And Jacob kind of been terrorizing Cody since he got in there, since he came. So but I will say this. I'm surprised at this early booking of Cody and Roman. I didn't see this coming. I did not see this coming right now. They just threw that at us. I ain't gonna lie. But I think it's something happening. This is just the beginning. It's some shit
yeah, it's
happening.
definitely something that's just the plan to see, and then that day is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Like, shit
I
is
think
gonna
Cody
happen.
already revealed his hand because what did he tell Aldis after Aldis announced that Jacob and Solo had already signed the contract?
I'm done, man. That nigga was like, I'm done with
That's
these brothers.
Roman's problem.
Yeah.
That's Roman's problem.
So
So,
why do you think he what so what you saying? Why do you think he changed his mind?
Because Roman said what he
he,
said in the ring, but that
I'm
it,
going deeper. I'm going deeper than that. It's something I've been saying for the last few weeks. He's planning ahead. Yeah, he'll side with them. What if Cody crosses Roman in Atlanta? Say like minutes of the match or whatever towards the end of the match, he hits Roman with a crossroad and bails out. Says, "That's your problem, not mine. I'm gonna get you before you get me. I know I gotta run it back with you, but I want to run with you on my time when you're at your weakest, so I know I can beat you."
Remember that nigga Roman came in the ring. I don't need no Cody Rhodes. He made it clear he ain't even want to hand that shit to him, like the contract.
Because it's family business. He's aware of it's family business. Cody acknowledges that it's family business. That's why again, as he said, it's not my beef. But at the same time, it's like Cody's thinking, if you're gonna feed me Roman Reigns, all right, I'm gonna get my licks in too.
Is it me or is it just Cody cannot compete with Roman Reigns when it comes to stardom? It's nothing
he
he could do. It's nothing that he's not doing wrong. He's not doing nothing wrong. He's doing everything, kissing babies, kissing kids. He's doing
He can
everything
lose.
correct. But
I
it's
mean,
just,
it's kind of John Cena, Randy Orton. Like,
yeah.
John Cena was loved, but Randy Orton was that badass. It's like people still love the Legend Killer or whoever was opposite of John Cena. You'll just hear a whole bunch of um like Cena sucks. Like, let's go Cena. Cena sucks. I think Cody's reaching that territory almost.
Because when you really think about it,
I'm thinking this is more so Randy Kofi territory.
You said Randy Kofi?
Yeah, I'm leaning more toward it. It's kind of
Randy
like that,
Kofi. Oh
like
man.
that deeper levels.
Oh
Because
baby.
Roman,
bro,
again,
Oh baby.
they're back to sellouts now.
we
If you
have to
think
keep
about it,
emphasizing this. It was just WrestleMania. The world wanted Roman Reigns to lose this title to Cody
and and,
Rhodes.
and look what we got the last
Fast
what
forward
6 7 months.
today, they in the ring screaming OTC,
We want
OTC
Roman. They've
with
been trying
Cody
to
in
wait
the
for Roman
vicinity.
since May.
With the title and Cody, like it's no like Cody, you can't compete with that. Like now I was gonna say this. This is the best chance for Cody to just say fuck all y'all.
I mean, this
Fuck
the
the
first
whole
time.
WWE
This
universe.
the
That's
first
what I'm
time
getting at for
you
Atlanta.
hear the universe. This the first time you hear the universe actually kind of boo what Cody's saying. Like when Cody's talking towards Roman in a combative way, the crowd wasn't cheering,
Right.
and that's surprising for your top baby face. Like, whoa. Obviously, we know Roman is here now. Things change. But that
Right.
right there is a reminder. Like, Cody, it's either heal or step your fucking game up because Rome. It's like Razor says that line that Cena told Roman back in the day. I'm only
I'm
here.
here because you can't do your job.
That is I hate to say it in it, but that's what Cody needs to be. He need to be at that. You know what I'm saying? Heel territory, especially now.
Hmm.
By the way, shout out to the only tribal chief.
And I'm fucking glad they didn't do
My
the
nigga
same
Ray's got the
finish.
OTC shit. Nah, my boy got all on the wire six everything. That's fire.
He on point. Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah,
Sponsors.
tough. Bad Blood finna be one of those though. They bringing Estes back. They Hell in a Cell match already announced. Like we got so much shit going on. Like
And what's next after shit? They throwing the alley. What's next? It's a
War
Survivor
Games,
War
Series.
Games.
Vancouver.
Yeah.
And listen, we got to feel that in it, like the War Game in the cage and all that. We got that,
This
like
is
seeing
this is
Roman.
this is
We
the
got
last
that
year
Roman
leaving
in
the
there,
stage.
Cody and them in there. They gave us that little look of them in there already, fighting against the bloodline in that cage tonight. Like they're already hinting at that. I'm telling you, you're gonna add 2 more niggas to them. I just don't know who it is, but I would say this: that Brock shit. When you add Brock to Cody and Roman, then it's
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
damn, Solo and them is tough, but they might need to add some more. Like you know what I'm saying?
That-
Like, cause this
That's
shit
what I'm
kind of
saying.
crazy.
And
You know what I
for
mean?
Cody, not if, when Brock comes back, the
Yeah.
line in the sand has already been drawn. Either you step up or get the fuck out the way.
Yeah, Brock come back with Paul Heyman. That'd be crazy now that I think about it.
Word.
But yeah,
His advocate has been put in harm's way. You feel me? So man,
that'd
that'd
be
be
crazy.
fucking crazy. Yeah.
That'd be crazy. He come back with Paul Heyman coming back with Brock like that. That bad blood. That's some shit. Like,
But my
Atlanta would explode.
my only issue with Cody's run right now, I feel like I've never seen a nicer champion, bro. I've never seen a nicer champion, bro.
yeah,
Like a dude that's
Yeah.
just willing to help people, give out opportunities. Like man, that's just I've never seen it. I can't even recall a time where Cena did it as much. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
right.
it's tough because especially like if I'm rooting for Cody Rhodes, if I'm a Cody Rhodes fan, I want to feel like yeah, you're a face, but you're also dominating the competition.
Like you're supposed to be at the top of the food chain. They gotta earn a shot with you. You can't give out no handouts.
Yeah,
Like
And
why
then
should someone get for free something that you worked your whole life for?
the oversaturation of the trilogy Crossroads didn't help either. I remember we spoke about that shit briefly. Like when he first did that shit the first time against Seth Rollins and whatever other time he did it after that, the Brock Lesnar and Roman. Like this shit was cool against the top tiered people that needed it.
Now I understand why he doesn't do the vertebraker anymore or as often because of the worries of the neck and all that for the opponent, but do something different for the love of God.
yeah. I'm tired of that Cody shit off the ropes. That Cody cutter jump off the ropes.
I'm
Like
not gonna lie
He
too.
over
That
50,
yeah,
80% of the time.
a nigga don't knock him out when he jump off that shit, man. Like,
bro, that's a springboard RKO, bro, and it's
come
like
on.
it's tough.
But I will say that cage shit was fire. Him
Yeah,
like,
off
if
the
you're gonna
cage.
do it, nigga, do some risky shit.
But then what he does, he goes back to the cutter a few like moves later. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, bro, like you just did this shit off the cage. That was fire. You should have left it at that. Then you go back to the well again. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
But I still
But
thought like the sequence of what he was doing in that moment was fire. So I was able to look past it. But I did pay attention to that as well though.
yeah.
But again, for me, the match for them, Solo and Cody, it
one thing
had a
we cannot
different.
ignore is Cody getting buzzed over from that headbutt.
Yeah, man. Some color.
Yeah.
A solo busted his shit.
Nah, something like a Charles Robinson. Nigga Charles Robinson, like what? Ref, shout to him.
That's the
Nah,
OG little Nate right there.
Cody Rhodes flying off the top of the cage. I needed to see him do that. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
But I did so far back to the finish. I did find interesting how Solo was able to run and hit him with that spike instead of being just neutral.
right.
So
Or
the way they
I
did
don't
it was interesting.
I don't like how they ain't let Solo hit his spike. It's like
Because if he
that's
hits
his
it, he's gonna win.
powers, I
this is what
guess.
I this is what I'm saying, right? For me, we've been saying the possibilities. What if Solo could win? We've already seen him lose twice now, and this time was the cleanest of them all. Not even gonna lie to
Yep.
you.
It was weird, isn't it? Too. I thought he was gonna kick out of that, man. I'm gonna be real.
Me,
I thought he
bro,
was gonna
I thought
kick
an
out.
interference was gonna happen. Some music, something.
Yeah.
Somebody throw a weapon in the ring and it hits Cody somehow, like like some video game shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Nigga
just throw
press
the weapon,
box. Nigga
throw
press
the weapon.
box real quick.
Well, that's a testament because we see that so often in every other cage match. We were expecting just a straight up finish.
A
Yeah.
straight up finish. Yeah.
And also, if you think about it, the last two cage matches, they've been mostly female matches.
And then you gotta think about it, like it end on like Cody's trying to curl out the ring. He gets hit with the cage in his head and then ducks into his finishers. Like this nigga should be dazed.
Mm-hmm.
How does he like? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? That's how. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it just.
It felt a little rushed towards that portion.
Yeah, like he's got a
Or, or they could have went a little
little
late,
dry at
possibly,
the
maybe.
end. They got a little dry at the end with that ending. Like I could have, you know, at least.
Again, in that moment too, maybe like Razor saying, maybe it's by design to not give us what we accustomed to seeing. That moment where Cody's crawling to the cage and somebody from the outside, you know what I'm saying, hits him with the. I thought somebody was gonna come, one of the Tongans,
I was looking for
have
Tommy to hit blast through the door or something.
Man, what
yeah,
I need to. Why didn't you let my nigga Solo spike that nigga off the top of the cage?
that'd be crazy.
Come on, bro. Niggas up
They
there
would have did
fighting,
it 20
punching.
years
Nigga
ago.
just Solo spike Cody. Nigga fall off that shit. Like, come on, bro. You gotta do shit like
In,
that.
in AEW, Solo would have spiked him and Cody would have went through the announce table.
Right.
Man,
Onto a flaming table.
But I understand how WWE work, and I mean, and like how they it's quality at the end of the day. You feel me? It's like you feel me. They don't do too much. They like I get it. Sometimes though, they could just add a little more and be better. Sometimes with the finishes, but I still thought that match was fire though. That was a fire match.
again, and then look, Jacob comes in right after that match, bro. You almost forget that he was hurt 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
He's
Word.
just back to business, about to climb to the top of the cage and go even crazier.
Right. I wanted to know what he was gonna do.
Hit that damn moonsault. What are you gonna do?
What the Swanton?
No, the moon. He might hit the song, but he's probably thinking the moonsault by how he was positioning himself.
I thought he would have did
Hit
the
that backflip
splash.
real quick.
I thought he would have did the splash shit.
Yeah. Like a Roman spoiled that. You feel me?
I want to see Angle when Jake climbed the fuck out the cage because the minute when Roman was going in, I'm like, ain't no way Jacob's on top of that fucking cage just standing looking goofy as hell.
Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all feel like now that we getting closer to war games, what's the landscape? Do y'all feel like it's gonna be Roman and friends or Roman and family? Meaning like Roman and Cody and Brock and a CM Punk or whoever else they can bring through, or is it gonna be Roman, Jimmy J, and possibly a Sammy because he was part of the honorary Ooze thing he was doing?
I want to see Bad Blood first.
Okay.
I want to see how Bad Blood like grows out, and I got probably have a better idea because I ain't gonna lie, act like I it's certain shit I don't see. I don't know. You feel me? I'm lost a little bit. Like what's gonna happen?
and,
You feel me? That's a good
and,
thing, but
and also the way Raw's been kind of grooving and all that, there's no guarantee the Blood's going to be the War Games match.
hmm.
Because we could see the Judgment Day versus the Terror Twins and Friends at War Games for all we know.
Why we can't just get a couple 4-game matches? Why I gotta be 2?
I mean, usually it's one men's, one female match, but you're
But
right.
it's so much going on. We need a couple.
The 2 ring is going to be there anyways.
Word. Judgment Day definitely got it. Judgment Day definitely earned the right to be a War Games match. I think people will be in an uproar if they don't get a War Games situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Because
Damien,
you
them
could
niggas,
easily.
you can add. Well, damn, it's like, but then it's like, damn, with that situation, who Jay is? What situation is best for Jay? The Judgment helping Rhea out because
Well,
people
Jay
liking
could be with
this.
the Terror Twins. Maybe you have a Braun Breaker link it up with Judgment Day for the one time. Because you still got smoke with Jay. They've
That
done
nigga,
all heels before.
that nigga Braun Breaker is a disrespectful nigga. Like, oh, okay, Pete. Like that nigga been out here wild as he won that title. I ain't gonna lie. Braun is the perfect nigga to be a champion. Perfect.
The family genes run strong with that young bull.
Word. Okay, Pete. Like, come on, Pete Dunne.
So y'all feel like Roman gonna be like low key on both shows? Cause I'm trying to see like in my mind, is he going? Cause
Well,
what's the possibility he challenges Gunther for that championship?
Yo, in
Very
that ring
low.
for a second, I thought that maybe that contract he was gonna just say, fuck it, give me Gunther.
When he said that this is my
could
ring,
you
I
could
thought like
you
the
could
ring
you
general.
imagine that staring to the two of them?
And he was there. Gunther was there. So what was he truly there for? Just for that cameo shot?
Yeah.
That's just their thing now. They're gonna show people like in the, you feel me? Like, oh, Vicky.
Everybody
Oh,
showing love.
right.
But again, Roman is still technically a free agent. A lot a lot could happen on Raw this next month before they jump to Netflix.
What if Roman helps? Remember, I was asking you, Razor, would it hurt Braun Breaker if he loses the championship, the Intercontinental Championship? What
I
if
don't
like,
see why it would.
nah, man, what if Roman has a hand in helping Jay? Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I
To
know
try
Jimmy screwed you
to
over
earn
a
his
few
trust back,
times.
maybe.
Yeah, like I know Jimmy screwed you over a few times, but you know, Roman always got a great way of putting it's family business. So he always got a great way of circling back and
And
putting
Braun,
the main objective in.
Braun Breaker, you put the whole family in it too.
Yo,
Disrespecting
Hmm.
everybody. You feel what I'm saying? So,
But
you
like
know.
I said, I'm very interested to see what role Paul Heyman has from now until WrestleMania because
Mhm.
you know he's gonna play a puppet master. Like I said he's got the Usos on one side, he's got Punk on another, he's got Brock on another, he's got Roman, he's got his hands in everything. And at the step of a finger, he can say, "Hey, for me, can you all band together for me?
Hold
After all
on, let's
I've
not
done for
forget.
you guys."
Let's not forget they teased us with this Paul Heyman Braun Breaker alliance too at one point. Wasn't they teasing
Yeah,
that?
exactly. Again, that's it. There's so much stuff. Like I said, Paul has his hands on everything, literally. So at any moment, something fucking can pop off. And
I
remember,
yo,
you
yo
still got Zelda in the
With
back too.
HD theory about like with HD theory about Roman helping Jay and all that, like if that was to happen, did that nigga Paul Heyman kind of know it come between Braun and Roman? Like chill, like it's not right now. Like no, I
yeah,
can't have this
that'd be a
happen. Type shit.
perfect way to hold on.
If they're both gonna be at bad blood, you know they're gonna have at least one moment where they're in the same room and just have a little stare down and just walk away like you know what's good.
Because if it's worth anything, Paul Heyman made, I think, 2 public appearances since he been put through that table. One after
Well,
Nashville,
Yeah,
but
he did
actually,
two
they're
interview,
both in the
real
same room.
interviews.
real interviews, y'all.
Yeah. I see those.
And
Yeah,
one of them with Roman Reigns for Bloomberg or something like that.
yeah, some
Yeah.
athlete shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
No, the Bloomberg was the stock market event.
yeah, they was promoting WWE and they finances. I just thought it was still, like interesting that they decided to publicly still pair them, and yeah, it's
they're
gonna be
great
great,
voices for the company.
of
They're
course.
great voices to like represent, speak.
Man,
And you can't argue that those two were probably the breadwinners the last 4 or 5 years.
And remember,
Oh yeah,
ain't Paul
Paul
Heyman
Heyman
still like
painted that picture for
Paul
sure.
Heyman? What's Paul Heyman position with WWE? Ain't he like the head or something?
He
Yeah,
runs creative.
Oh, he's not that no more. He's not creative no more.
No, he runs creative.
Oh, he runs creative.
He's
Okay,
what JR was back in the day, basically.
got you.
yeah, he had
So
like
he is
different
that dude.
umbrellas. Paul Heyman, man, the work he do. I mean, there was only one person I felt like he couldn't help, and that I don't even think that was Paul Heyman's fault. Everything he touches, everybody he's worked with, been
Is Axel.
yeah.
But again, that I don't really think I think that could have worked. It's just again, Vince got bored and Vince got impatient. Look how well the B team worked with both Dallas. It could have worked with Curtis Axel. Just like it could have worked with Ryback also.
I fucked with Ryback though. Like you said though, it wasn't no legs there. It just like
He didn't let him grow.
man.
Oh, what could have been.
What else happened on the SmackDown? We had that Meechin match with Piper Nivens. Did they announce that last week or was that like an impromptu?
It was, I guess, impromptu because last we saw from Meechin, she got turned to a fucking pancake by Nia Jax. Oh no, they might touch on SmackDown. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause
But
I felt
still, it felt
like
like was that it was from the commercial to the end? Was that even 5 minutes?
it wasn't. It was a very short, odd match to me. Um, I get the point. You know, the match it was to further what Chelsea Green and Meechin got going on.
Say it right.
Nope.
Say it right.
Got to right. Like man, wait. I need to get the sound, but we get the sound boy. We'll definitely say it right. But I don't know. To me, it was just a odd
I'll
match,
have
bro.
something. I'll have something by next SmackDown.
We needed that match to me was a bit like odd. I felt like they tried to go to like what was like a shocking spot with the little trash can stuff, and I don't know. It just Meechin picked up the victory, but Piper Nivens left.
I didn't like the way they went to the finish where Piper went for something, missed, and then which went into the eat defeat,
Yeah,
and then she pops up after Chelsea jumps in. I was like, I guess.
you know what I felt from this episode of SmackDown? I felt like they tried to give us um more wrestling on the show tonight. I could be wrong. Like that's the feel that I felt.
Well, they're trying to set like I said set up something for some stuff for Babla, some stuff for War Games, maybe some stuff for Crown Jewel because remember those are the last PLEs for the year.
Hmm.
We ain't the main roster ain't get one in December. It's gonna be Crown Jewel. Oh no, maybe December, yeah, but it's gonna be Crown Jewel and that's it until the Rumble in February.
Things are
So
picking up.
it's like they know they have what's available for the rest of the year. They're like, okay, we can put this here, sprinkle this here, stretch this here. We're good.
Yeah. See, I felt like I didn't even mind it because we always go into it saying that the biggest storyline right now on SmackDown is the Bloodline storyline. So the way that they booked tonight's show, I think with the exception of that match and like the Andrade match with Carmelo,
Carmelo.
I think it could have been served better had it been
Well, I'm
later
hoping for some
on.
Melo interference next week
Yeah, that's gonna set up they what would be their sixth match.
because I'm sure we've all been on board with this. Melo and seven.
Hmm. That'd be
But
crazy.
before that match, we got a very fascinating segment regarding the state of the women's championship.
I didn't catch that one. Oh, matter of fact, I'm lying. Yeah, Nia Jackson, and Bailey.
Not just them.
Who else
Naomi
is in
wants
the
back in
mix?
the mix.
Mm,
But on top of that, Bailey struck a nerve by stating, I'd probably still be champion if Tiffany decided to interfere. Tiffany comes in, and her words were, and I quote, I would have beaten you if Nia Jax didn't interfere.
mm.
So Bailey flips the script. Oh, so you're saying it was Nia's fault you didn't beat me. We got a little Easter egg between them two.
Stirring the pot.
Again,
Stirring the pot.
this was my favorite segment of the night. I didn't think it was gonna be as good, but it ended up being phenomenal. And this was my high point personally, because again, just the constant different swerves, the plot twists, or whatever. So our women's champion and queen of the ring, Nia Jax, made a very interesting stipulation for next week. We will get a tag team match. Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax on one side, Bailey and Naomi on the other.
Oh,
But hold on, wait.
I'm waiting for it to cook up.
If Bailey and Naomi win, whoever scores the pinfall will have a women's championship match at Bad Blood. However, should Nia and Tiffany win, whoever takes the pinfall, whether it be Bailey or Naomi, leaves SmackDown.
Permanently. I love it. I love
Wow.
it. I love it because to me that tells me one thing. Charlotte's on her way back. Now I could be wrong, but if they're willing to send out the star power that they have on SmackDown, because we've been talking about the division, if they willing to send out one of them,
You have Charlotte coming back. You have Shotzi coming back. More than likely, Becky coming back. Jordan Grace is en route to WWE potentially as we speak
because
because her time is done in TNA.
I think there's a lot of money and it'll be some people. If you know, you know, and if you don't, you're gonna want to know. It's
Well,
like
also, real quick, not to cut you off, you also have Roxanne Perez coming, assuming that she drops the belt to Julia. Let's
mm,
not sell her short either. There's some big names that are coming these next few months.
because I feel like Charlotte's that always that go-to name, but she is the one that helped Nia Jax with the weight loss, training in the ring. You know, they got that real history there where they can, and we want to see Tiffy and Charlotte mix it in too.
Not even that. We can argue that Bailey and Naomi are notable standard bearers, like the benchmarks. Who's a better benchmark than Charlotte Flair, if not Becky Lynch? Who better to test the merit of where you are amongst the cream of the crop than the queen herself or the man?
Nah, for real. I mean, to me, Charlotte's the GOAT. For females, Charlotte's the GOAT. Hands down. I mean, people
Also,
could argue me otherwise, but
has has Nia beaten all four horsewomen? Has
I
she
remember
beat Charlotte before?
her and Charlotte had a stiff match on Raw one time, but I don't remember the outcome of that match.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, Charlotte might be the only horsewoman she has not beaten.
Look, again, history they can go back to. More
Because
fresh.
there's a few women amongst the hierarchy, whether it be Nia, even Rhea Ripley on Raw.
Because
They
I'm
have
sorry,
the victories over three horsewomen, but not four.
Bailey's case to me isn't valid, right? Like, i.e., if we're in an era where uh that the rematch clause doesn't exist no more, right? You don't just get to lose the title and just take a vacation, come back, and then at least that's how I'm looking at it. Like I would like for her to earn her stripes back. I wouldn't want to see her right back in there. I would want something fresh. We just seen Nia Jackson Bailey at SummerSlam.
You mean you don't want the typical Vince bullshit?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
But again, whoever comes back, whether again say Bailey wins or whatever, who's to say she doesn't win? If Naomi wins, who's to say she doesn't win? When Charlotte or Bailey or Shotzi, whoever of the five alphabet names comes to SmackDown, who says Nia doesn't beat them?
mm-hmm. Yeah, with the
So
Naya
yes,
situation, I'm not really
some
looking for.
someone is definitely on their way. I'm excited to see where they go from this because again, like I said, I didn't think this thing would be as good as it was, but it's been amazing. It was amazing.
In a perfect world, to me, to be honest, I would wish that like Tiffy actually and I think you've mentioned this before. I wish she cashed in on Raw. You know what I'm saying? So that because I actually like her and Nia Jax together. Like they can have that little turbulence, always tease, like I'm coming after you. But I wouldn't want her to cash in on Nia though. I don't know why I feel that way, but
Because like I said, because we've longed for a quality list of female tag teams. You could have had again, assuming we're going to keep Jade and Bianca together for a minute. You could have them on one side and the two women's champions as their opposition, maybe leading to a winner take all match or something like that.
that'd be crazy.
Again,
Crazy.
that could have been a thing. It could still be a thing, maybe, but we'll see. What? Hold on. What if Tiffany cashes in on Bad Blood against and Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan match?
They having a one on at Bad
Yeah, it's
Blood.
a one on one.
Mm.
It's gonna be them two. I think we're getting Priest and Finn. We're also Bad Blood's is a loaded card.
I'm telling. So for me, that's the move right there.
Because think about it, yeah, we're getting the cage match or the Hell in a Cell match. We're getting the women's title match. Almost certain we're also getting Priest versus Finn. We're now getting Cody Roman versus Solo and Jacob, and we're getting Nia in a women's title match as well.
Yeah, I think
When was the last time they announced the whole card a month before the show?
mm,
Usually they trickle it in. We just got the whole card this fucking week.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to say
Now,
the least.
could Bad Blood be a PLE that has more than 5 matches? Potentially.
What we already got, we got Punk and Drew
We got 5 matches already.
already.
You have Punk and Drew. You have Liv and Rhea. You have Finn and Priest. You have the tag match between Jacob, Solo, Roman, and Cody. And we're gonna get Nia, potentially Nia versus either Bailey or Naomi.
Mm.
Potentially.
And then Gunther's not doing nothing yet, right?
No,
And
Sammy wants
hold
something.
on. And what?
Nothing's been said yet.
Braun Breaker's defending that Bad Blood.
I think it's. Did they announce that? It's either this Monday or it's going to be for Bad Blood.
Mm.
A part of feels like they're going to do it this Monday or well before Bad Blood, which I feel is a missed opportunity.
I feel like I don't know if I'm looking too much into things, but like them sprinkling the bloodline on NXT this past week. Like I didn't get to watch the whole NXT, but just the fact that
That
them
was
doing that,
interesting
yeah.
because I didn't see that coming at all.
And it's so this is that USA week, that USA week experience. So I feel
Hmm.
like come Monday, we could probably very well see
Now hear me out.
some shit.
Why does my soul tell me we could be getting maybe a Jacob Fatu versus an Obafemi?
That'd be a wild match right there.
Yeah, that
Two
would.
heavy hitters. Hell yeah.
Again,
But
can you
it'll make
imagine?
sense for a lot of reasons though. That's the same belt Solo held. If somehow I mean, it'll be like history repeating itself for real.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it'll make sense on so many different fronts. Like I wouldn't even be mad at that. That'd be dope. I just never understood with that belt. I think we spoke about that too. How like they did Solo wrong because he won but had to give it back, and then Dominic just gets to go back up and down between Raw and NXT, SmackDown, wherever he wanted to
Well,
defend it with the belt. Like it was like, damn.
one could argue that Solo's making a little bit more progress than Dom, or Dom's doing more progress than Solo, or maybe, like I said, they saw what Solo could be, and which is what we're getting now, and like
I'm gonna
you
be
don't
honest.
need that. You already
Both of
set.
them, both of them could be like top for improved of the year, but I think Solo is a better main event. Like you could put him in there like you've been doing with Cody and all, and you could do the same with Dom. But when you do it with Dom, I don't look like okay, he's dominant, so I think he could win this match. It's more like the
Mm,
storyline is carrying him in there. That's where like Solo, I think he's really to the point like if he wasn't in this
well,
storyline, he'll be like a
Dom
modern day
hasn't been
Omar.
getting used like a main eventer. That's the difference.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying Dom won't have his time because I can easily see him being slotted in there in the next couple years, the way he's been progressing. Whereas Solo, yes, you can probably err on the side of nepotism because they saw how talented the family was, so they probably thought Solo was no different. Nothing against Dominic, but the Wi-Fi 2 family has more names in it than the Mysterio family of credible guys and people that were just that solid in and out of the ring. But back to the topic with Jacob, maybe test for that. I mean, we've been questioning for a while. Once NXT goes to CW in 3 weeks, they're gonna obviously gonna be treated as their third brand now because Level Up is now the developmental. Where I'm going with this question is, well, yes, Raw is gonna be on Netflix in January. SmackDown will still have USA, and CW will have NXT. Will we see any shifting around from brand to brand? That is yet to be confirmed or denied. Would I put it against them to have the random shifting of people from brand to brand? No, because again, one thing with Triple H is he, even when like I said, just when we figured out the answers, he changes the questions.
I just think like, and it's tough decision to make because that's like what they whole thing is that intimate setting. But
But
you
no,
kind
no, 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 starting in
they're
October, they're
going
going to
to.
be on the road.
That's what they need. Yeah, that's what's gonna be the
No, no,
real
no,
test right
no,
there.
no, 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 no. After this month, they will no longer be at Full Sail.
Yeah, that's the test right there. Once they leave, because it's hard to say, yo, we want to bring in main talent to NXT, and then it's like it don't even look like they belong. Like the superstars sometimes too big for NXT. Like it's like you don't send a LeBron James to the G League. I hate to keep using that reference, but
But on the contrary, now this is what we're gonna be like. This is gonna be all right. Bronny is gonna be in the G League for a year, maybe two. Then he will be in the NBA. This is what we're gonna get now at NXT. Level Up will likely stay at Full Sail. NXT will be on the road like a Raw and SmackDown.
yeah, that's how yeah,
So
that's how it gotta be.
my hopes is it will finally be treated as the third brand
Cause
for
the
business fans.
prior NXT where it was in that full sale, it's like sending the main roster talent to work with the young talent off camera is one thing, but to put them like when Dolph Ziggler won the championship, the fucking dude got fucking released after that. Whether
Or
he
did
asked for
they?
it or like I don't know, but it didn't do
But
nothing
again,
for him.
but again, Dolph coming there, win the belt. Because remember before that, it was just the indie darlings. Now, once they all went to the main roster or AEW or TNA, whatever, this crop is all
Athletes.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's the dojo kids. So you have Dolph come in, win the belt, puts
Kofi
credibility
and
on the brand.
yeah.
You have Kofi and Woods come in, the Good Brothers, puts notoriety on the brand. You then have the mixture with the indie veterans from TNA, puts eyes on both brands. It shows the talent that TNA has, and it shows that their crew is capable of training the next generation to a degree. And then you have the stuff with Marigold. You have the amazing work that Josh Briggs and Tavion Heights did in Noah. Puts more eyes on NXT. It puts eyes on the working relationship with Triple H and outside promotions. It puts eyes on Noah as a whole. Everybody is eating,
Mm-hmm.
and it's because of what's being presented with NXT. Yes, as I said, it's a bunch of kids earning their stripes, but they're showing they can hang with some of the best in the world. Anybody that spends 2 years training with a Matt Bloom, a William Regal, a Triple H, a Shawn Michaels, if you work with them for 2 years, they have proven that you can work with anybody in anywhere in the
Bro,
world.
let me ask you, why do you think is it that people like I feel like the casual person, when I say a casual, it's like I can ask somebody, yo, you watch wrestling, and then they'll give you the softball answer, yeah, but they don't really watch it, right? They might catch highlights on YouTube of Raw SmackDown. Why is it that those type of people don't keep an eye on NXT? Do you think it's because of marketing?
Two, two reasons, in my opinion. Reason number one, it's this. It could be because of the stain that Vince McMahon left on that when he started beforehand, because everyone thought of it as that's where the indie darlings go. Well, thanks to AEW, and again, I'm gonna give this some credit too. There is no real indie darling anymore. If you want to break shit down, it's partially of AEW, but also because of the pandemic as well. Because remember, Ring of Honor is really no longer around. Yes, it's AEW, but let's be honest, it's not Ring of Honor. It's the
Mhm.
furthest thing from. NWA is probably dying rapidly. So the only indie promotion out here that's probably credible is MLW. TNA, they've brought some stuff back, but also my other reason is yes, it is part of the marketing, but prior to them being on USA, they were only available on what, either Peacock or the WWE Network.
I believe
Were
so.
they on Peacock before USA?
Mm, nah, I don't think so. I think yeah,
Yeah, so
that
so
part.
so it was
Yeah,
just so you, again, not yes, a lot of folks have the network, but not everyone had the network. Or once
the
some of those
first
indie
season
guys,
of NXT, if you want to count that bullshit, that shit was on, I guess,
with the game
USA.
show.
Right.
But again, a lot of folks, that's what they remember NXT as being just a random game show like what Tough Enough was.
That's true. That is true.
Some folks remember Titus O'Neil carrying a keg around the ring to see at the fastest time like a combine. Some folks remember them doing that little hopscotch with the potato sack thing, whatever. Some folks remember Tough Enough just being like a knockoff Big Brother slash Ultimate Fighter.
Nah, NXT.
And
Yeah,
again, let's be
they
honest,
they had a hard time
like
finding identity.
after like 2007, a boatload of folks said fuck WWE because Vince was being Vince.
Nah, you got a point there. That's definitely facts. I'm just trying to think like now in this current age, it should be like, okay, Vince is out. Why, like, you know what I'm saying? If we got the knowledge that Vince is out, I see like a Joe Hendry brings up the views of an NXT, sure. But then it's like, you know,
But also, yeah, Vince is gone, but other folks are going, yeah, but Bruce Pritchard's still there. Uh, Triple H is still his son-in-law. So there's that concern that Vince might still have a hand in things when reality he more likely doesn't.
yeah, he got other things to worry about right now. It'd be
But
crazy.
again, we're 6 months, maybe 7 months into Triple H's regime, and it's only been going upwards. So I think it won't be long before NXT gets the love that Raw SmackDown does. And think about it, the opening show, they're rolling out CM Punk. The following week, they're rolling out Randy Orton. Again, more credible names to prove that, hey, this is a real brand. This is going to be a real brand.
I like that you bring up Randy, Randy or his name. Kevin Owens guest mystery partner tonight. I think it was a no brainer. Most people had it Randy Orton.
I had hope for Ricky.
Mm. That was a nice surprise in the sense of they gave us a pump fake because I was like, yo, who the hell is this guy, man? I really thought like this is where we was going with things. You know what I'm saying? And yeah,
So
we
you
did go
you
that
want you don't want to
direction.
see Ricky throw down in the ring?
Nah,
Uh, he could have been the next Bret Hart for all we know. Now we'll never know.
I thought he was on his Josh Alexander time, and you heard.
With a little bit of Miami Vice in him.
You feel? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. You know who I thought he was when he first came out? The dude from AEW, the tag team that you said they selling the
Dial
merch.
Rollers?
Yeah, I like. Nah, they spoofing them right now. Like, what's going?
Oh no! Once you wrap up SmackDown, I got some shit to say about that.
Man, cause that shit it looked like no funny from far. I'm like, I see the color, dude. I'm like, oh no, this ain't them. But like, I thought they pulled like a like a Houdini. Like, oh, they contract. They ain't even have a contract with AEW. Now they in WWE. Like, I thought they pulled one of those. Like,
That man had more hair on his chest than Lars Sullivan did on his whole fucking back.
that shit was crazy, bro. Man's looked like a substitute teacher. Like he worked in the, you know what I mean, in the karate class or something. Like that shit was crazy.
Maybe he was
Shout
Hangman
out to
Page
him though.
substitute back in Virginia.
Shout out to him though because he lived everybody's dream. Like I'm pretty sure it's everybody's dream to sell a stunner. Maybe not from Kevin Owens, but fuck, it's Stone
Yeah,
Cold ain't
shout
around.
out
Just
Ricky.
yeah, shout out to Ricky. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't think it was a bad nor a good move to put in Randy Orton, but this is where like Snake Eyes made a point. When you watch things long enough, you could kind of call it. And sometimes for me, that's when it gets a bit like boring because it's like, yeah, you could put on a good match, but for me in WWE, like the good matches should like that should be pay-per-view show outs. Like if you put on a good match on a Raw or SmackDown, that's just the icing on the like if y'all gave us a great show and great matches, it's like whoa. But I'm kind of trained to get the either the planting of the seeds or some more.
We're trying to save our emotions so we don't get burnt out as a crowd.
Yeah, yup. So like I don't know, man. It was like a good SmackDown. I ain't really have no complaints about, but the Randy thing, I kind of felt like we all seen that happening. The match, I felt no way about it to be honest. Like you got Randy and Kevin against A Town Down Under.
It was there to try to wake the crowd up.
hmm And again, I hate to beat a dead horse, but again, we're all the waiting for every storyline. Like so at some point when things take too long, I don't even want it to happen no more. It's kind of like the
Oh,
Otis and Gable stuff. It's like you said, if they ever decide to spend a block on that, it's kind of like, well, damn, y'all already like y'all milked that shit way too long. Way like at this point, it'd be like,
well, if you're referencing the inevitable breakup between Waller and Theory,
mm-hmm.
I think we're finally starting that. So I don't think that they're gonna get that same slack, but definitely you don't. It's either gonna happen probably Survivor Series maybe because I doubt they're gonna be on the Bad Blood card, or it could be Crown Jewel when they break up. Like I said, there's three PLEs left for the year. October, Bad Blood will be the final one here in the States. So there's a lot they can do. I think now they're laying out all their stories to either to ultimately close out before the Rumble, or at least to elevate them by the Rumble. So they're just lining their shots up before they just start firing away.
Yeah, I think something I wanted to touch on. Chat, y'all could fill me in on how I want to get your opinion out there. You know what I'm saying? For the off the hip family, like I want to know how y'all feel about how storylines progress. Do y'all have patience for every like for the major storylines? I have patience for things
Well,
that like I kind of want to speed through some other things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and again, this is where I feel like this is a good problem for them to have because they have so much stuff going on. They're letting things naturally progress, and they're letting how the crowd feels determine if it's a main event story or not. Now, I'm assuming that folks are vastly more intrigued in Gargano splitting up a lot more than Gargano and Ciampa. That should have broken up back 10 years ago at this point, but I digress. But they're letting this, they just started this recently with Austin Theory finally clapping back out Waller. They're letting this go on as it is. Uh, Theory took the stunner last week. I Who took the pinfall tonight? Was it Theory or was it Waller?
I'm be honest, I don't even know. That's how
But
over like I'm watching on autopilot with that on that match.
but again, whoever took the fall today, I'm sure they're going to have some type of back for it next week. So this story is progressing. This could be again, if we're not going to women's match. This could be the fifth match for Bad Blood. Since again, Theory is from Atlanta,
Mm.
so again, I think that story particularly is doing just fine.
Yeah, I would hope so because I feel like it's been a while. Like I think we've even might have seen Truth and Miz split up before them. Like I don't even
Which
know if
time?
like yeah, like I don't even know if Awesome Truth since they both won the championships at Mania. I think
No, remember,
like
Truth is not injured because
okay,
of Bronson
okay.
Reed.
So they would have still been a tag team. Awesome Truth. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I'm like,
and
man,
and with Miz, as much as it pains me, I don't think they're ever going to turn him heel back to heel ever again because the crowd has or he's earned the crowd appreciation. So that's gonna it is what it is. I guess I don't know.
but yeah, I mean, again, that this episode of SmackDown was fine to me. I give it a 7. The only part that I rained on was the last few seconds with Cody music hitting during Roman's perfect cooking session. Roman
Um,
was like, I felt like Roman was putting a stamp on his shit, and then Cody's music hit, and I threw my papers.
I think with that segment, we'll learn in the next between now and Survivor Series, we'll know definitively. But this could have been planted the seeds for maybe Cody's inevitable heel turn because of how Cody was acting today. I would hope, but time will tell.
Time would definitely tell. But yeah, as we get out of here, you got anything else?
So, real quick, so how much? There's one match I want to touch on with Dynamite this past Monday, which was the Tag Team Casino Battle Royal. I don't know why they list this every time, but they always claim 21 participants. Out of all these fake ass Royal Rumbles that they have, which by the way come at random intervals, aside from the usual like 2 to 5 minutes. It's just random times. It could be 10 seconds, could be 2 minutes, whatever. but it's never 21 participants. I don't think they've ever gotten to past 10. So why still say it's 21 participants? You don't fucking have 21 tag teams.
That's
But
crazy.
with the Outrunners, they have been gaining a following within the AEW ranks. I'm not quite certain what that fan base sees in them. If there are any AEW fans in the chat, you're welcome to explain it to me in my DMs. My DMs are always open. But again, I legitimately want to know like what they see in them because
Um,
that crowd seems to love the shit out of them, like they used to love FTR,
I'm
like
not
they
gonna
used
lie.
to love the
They
Briscoes.
got a
They're
troll. They
getting
got a
that type of
troll
love.
vibe. You know what it is? So I'll be honest. The first time I seen them on screen, there's something about them, bro. I can't deny it. Like I said, yo, who are these guys? That was the first thing I said. Like they looked at like a talent already. Like I'm like, what? Like then they got a throwback vibe to them. Like if
Like,
they was created in the '80s, they'll fit in just fine to me. Like you know what I'm saying?
like I
2024 is
said,
weird, but
FTR used to get that love. I don't know what happened with them. I'm just saying.
the fickle crowd, like yo, I'm gonna be honest. I rode with my favorites through their good times, through their bad times. Shawn Michaels, when he left for that, remember when he had that casket match where Undertaker hurt his back or whatever, he left for a few years.
Yep.
The second he came back, bro, whatever he was doing, Commissioner Shawn, that was my guy, bro. I didn't care what he was doing, special referee. Then when he
So,
came
so
back, remember
you
we
you
bought
was
the brown pants.
you was rock. Also, you was rocking the brown pants.
That's what I was. Remember, we spoke about that. I was like, damn, I was trying to even like the blue in the pants, like nigga, something like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit was terrible, but I was a Sean guy. Even when Stone Cold was, he had the moments when he was looking slow out there. He wasn't the same. I was just riding with my favorites though. Some people, I don't know, they quick to like boo, but not like good boo, like not like the boo that a traditional heel want. It'd be like go away heat.
Well, yeah,
That's
like
why.
get the fuck out my face.
Yeah. And it's like, damn, bro. But then when the person go away, you start wanting the nostalgia act again. Like, actually, damn, we missed that. We want this person back and that person back. Like, why they like what this person doing? Like, and it's crazy. Like,
Right.
that's my only like. I love that Danny Bryan actually said that in a promo, Fickle, because it's like it's crazy that he said that and it applies in so many senses. Like, how can
Uh,
people like? Mhm.
he got ate the fuck up after an all out.
Oh yeah, I seen that shit too. But
No,
like,
no, no, no. What I'm getting is folks brought up his talking about being fickle, whatever, with the environmental championship, and they going Mox takes him out with a plastic bag.
oh shit, that's crazy. They ain't think that. They ain't think that one through, right? That's crazy.
Oh, folks, I thought that was hilarious when I saw that on the internet.
That is actually, cause I didn't think of that. Like, cause again, it's so many different instances where different shit applies. Like, people are tired of seeing an old ass Chris Jericho, but ain't tired of seeing an old ass Billy Gunn just cause he running with
Oh
the
no,
right
no, no, oh,
people.
no, 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 no. They're definitely they're tired of Jericho because Jericho don't go the fuck away.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's
We're
like,
back. They were back to Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy to follow up from the Mimosa Mayhem match.
but my issue with that is I feel like when Jericho came to AEW the first time signed, it was like that's what made this shit credible, right? So
Yeah,
now
that was your first big star.
yeah, so you gotta ride and
Well,
die
your
on
only
that hill
star.
like
Think about it
WCW
before
did.
Moxley.
Yeah, like kind of like how WCW got a little hype when they had Hulk Hogan. Well, you gotta ride and die on that hill.
Mm-hmm.
This the modern day Hulk Hogan, Chris Jericho,
If not him, then it's Mercedes.
for real. And it'd be funny. They talk like, you know, about the people because obviously Jericho worked with Hogan, so he got his opinions on that shit. And it's like now 2024, you got the chance to do different, and it seemed like you're not.
But here's the funny thing with Jericho is like I think with him trying to be a heel, whatever, he sees how the crowd's reacting, and he's swimming in so much of Tony Khan's money the way he sees shit. As long as they're reacting, I'm a rock with it.
It just shows you true star power. Like The Rock was about to get met with that go away heat, but his pivot was fucking crazy. Jericho is not The Rock. Now Jericho is Jericho, but you can't pivot. You can't struggle and pivot. Not everybody could do that, bro. Like I'm gonna be
But
honest.
but the reason,
Shit
but much
crazy.
like Jericho left WCW to go to WWE, and much why Jericho left WWE to go to New Japan, he wanted to prove that he could still be that top dude when in reality he's not. Same reason why Edge didn't re-sign with WWE. He wanted to
Nah, but in all
be a mid
fairness,
Carter.
but that shit was like
He wanted to stay to be a main event guy instead of being a mid Carter. What was Edge doing in AEW? Being a mid Carter.
facts. But in all fairness, for Jericho shit, like he gotta realize that shit was almost like 10 years ago though, bro. Like you did what you did in Japan. Like you left, you made a name, you went AEW. All right, that shit like 5 to 10 years ago though. Like now you should be at the time where it's like you're not trying to be that guy still, or showing that or at least in my opinion. I don't know.
But
I could be
also
wrong.
like Jericho would touch on his podcast. If Flair could do it, so could he. That's how he views things.
Yeah, that's the
That's
unfortunate part. Yeah.
yeah.
So I'll be honest, like if I was one of these dudes like wrestlers, I'm like, if I'm coming up, I'm
Uh,
gonna try to be like a Brock Lesnar. Like I'd make a few friends with them
well,
along the way and shit like that. But
but
business,
if
you
you're
gotta be
but
business.
if you're gonna go the Brock route, you gotta be a special fucking talent. Mitch again,
Yeah,
meaning Warlow or Hobbs. You guys should have had the biggest fucking ego on God's green earth.
for real.
You should have had an ego bigger than Punk and Omega. You should have had an ego bigger than MJF.
The
Now
thing
they
is though,
put
like you said,
yeah.
generational talent. Brock a fight, so he really lit that shit. Unless some of these dudes ain't like, I mean, like Brock was ready to like, all right, WWE, you ain't giving me what I want now. I'll go to Japan. I'll go play football. I'll go to the UFC. God damn it!
No,
Like
no,
he's
no,
getting
no,
ready to
no,
bet on himself. Like
no. Brock did kind of the Steve Austin route, but to further extremes as far as taking the ball home and running. Brock was
for
still
real.
under contract, and he said, "No, fuck you. I'm gonna go there. I'm not gonna tell them that's just dad between you and I. I'm just gonna pull up, and I'm gonna wait till you find out. So I'm gonna let them pay me while you're paying me."
G shit. That's boss. Like that's like you setting your own standards and believing in
Hmm.
yourself too. Betting on yourself, showing them like, yo, look, like you know what I'm saying. You playing games. I just went and got paid. Not so many people could do that, but it's part like again, who a lot of people done left and came back. If you really that star power, then it's gonna show. But when the people want you to go away, also like I said, the pivot, it's not too many people that even Cena, he did good jobs at when he was getting that Cena sucks. I feel like he did good ways to keep himself relevant in storylines. Like he'll be witty on the mic. You know what I'm saying? He was saying some shit that was like
Kurt
oh, he
Angle been
breaking the
hearing the
fourth
words "you
wall.
suck" for almost 30 years.
Yeah. He made that his shit, nigga. Own that shit. Like what? Started dancing around to that shit, twirling like to the you suck, like with the like that's crazy. Like
Chugging milk like Steve Austin chugs beer.
yeah, you got to be able to pivot, and then they'll love you or hate you, but in the right ways, not in the go away ways. Like when it's go, like that's why I said with Cody, I feel like it's getting to that point where like the crowd tonight showed it more than like in them other. You got no choice but to root for Cody. Cody versus Kevin Owens. Like, of course we're gonna root for Cody. Cody versus a AJ Styles that's bitter. Not even the cool AJ Styles that we all love, but the bitter AJ Styles, the
Oh,
one that's
what
saucy.
could have been after that?
Where they just disregarded, like, yeah.
But I think AJ is probably one of those guys where he could maybe be thinking retirement, whatever, because we see him so seldomly. Uh, Similar to the Good Brothers, just yeah, we'll chill out, we'll be ready, but if you ain't gonna need us, I'm gonna go be a dad right now.
Nah, for sure. That yeah.
Because again, yes, is AJ still one of the best in the world? Yes, but he's at a point to where he's a little older. He don't have to pop out and show out every night. Everyone knows what he can do if you let him do it. If you give him enough time to let him do his shit.
You know what's crazy? They
He just
had him out there in Germany, bro.
yeah,
I'm sitting there like, wow, like,
because like he said, I don't know when I'm gonna be back here, so I'm gonna just live with him now.
mm-hmm.
Because that's probably the first time they've seen him since he left TNA the first time.
I think, like I've been saying, once we get past whatever this stranglehold is on this Universal Championship on SmackDown, once we get past that, I think that title picture will be more like exciting again. Because the fact of the matter is, well, we
I
just
mean,
spoke touched on earlier. You take that shit off Roman for what? To want it back on him, and then what's gonna happen? Like you're gonna put Roman in the same position, or it's either he gotta lose it again to either Solo, Jacob, or The Rock in a funny way. Either those three. If it goes
or
any other
Cena
way, like
or Randy or
I
Brock,
was thinking, I was
maybe
thinking
Punk.
Cena, but since people want to tie Cena up with Gunther, that's why I was also asking, what's the chances of Roman going for Gunther's title? Because like, then you know what I'm saying, you
No,
can
no,
also
no, no,
switch
no,
things
no.
up there. Like,
Gunther said he wants that match like he wants the Brock match. That doesn't
what
mean that
Cena,
Cena has to beat Gunther for the belt.
right? That don't even got to be for the belt. He just wants the match. Oh, you just saying he don't gotta like Cena don't gotta beat
Like
him for the belt. He just wants the match.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
And Cena's never said publicly that he wants number 17. It's just if that's what the folks want in the right setting, all right, we'll see what we can do with it. Because who's to say that Cena doesn't beat Roman or Cena doesn't beat Randy or Cody on SmackDown? Should Roman not have the belt for 2025? Cena started on SmackDown, so. But then again, we don't know what Cena wants to do for those 40 dates in 2025. We know he's going to do the Chamber. We know he's going to do Mania. We know he's going to do the Rumble. That's it. And with us as fans, we just know that we're just going to just appreciate it when it happens because we know there's going to be X amount of dates. Half of those dates could very well just be random house events. So if you think about it, it's just a small handful of Raws, maybe a small handful of SmackDowns, maybe one or two NXTs, and that's it.
That's what
Those
it feel
40 days
like.
are going to fly by fast.
Hell yeah. Especially if you could like burn them out, like you got him on Raw and SmackDown in the same week, and then spread like you
Because
go a few.
some folks are going to count the days, others are just going to sit and watch. But again, it's only going to be 40 days.
That's basically like just yeah. That's light cheese.
And 40 days out of 365, that's not a lot. That is nothing. But again, he's arguably a Mount Rushmore competitor. We will appreciate every day as it should be appreciated.
Yeah, I think we had everything. We just gotta wait for Monday now. See what happens on Monday. I think it's gonna be a. I don't know. Like I really don't even know what they got listed for Monday, but I just feel like something's gonna happen.
They have uh I want again. It could be the IC match. I think we're getting a women's title match or something like that. Um, we're getting a CM Punk speech or promo segment. We'll likely get more follow up between Gunther and Sami Zayn. But
I'm
as
not.
for me,
Drew's a
I'm looking
savage.
forward to. I'm looking. Oh yeah, Drew's been fucking killing it.
My man Razor got disconnected. I don't know if he, what happened to his John. We gonna wait to see if he pop back in. But yeah, Drew's a savage though. He over there wrote on a female Twitter that made the bracelet for CM Punk and said, "All that bitching and moaning you doing, I see why CM Punk is your hero." I'm like, oh, they say device is not connected. Razor, if you can hear me, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's not letting me put you back in there, my brother. But I'm gonna just wrap it here anyway, though, chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been rocking with us. I appreciate the loving out there. You know what I mean? I'm gonna spark back up in a few. We just gonna cut this one out and chop it on up. Razor, I'm gonna send you the screenshot. You know what I'm saying, my dog?